Stop. Look in the mirror right now. If your hair is one length, flat at the crown, and cut the same way it was 10 years ago, you are wearing the granny cut. It is aging you, and it is not your fault. Nobody warned you that after 60, the same haircut that once looked polished starts reading as tired. Your hair changed, your face changed, but your cut stayed exactly the same. Here is the good news. 7 specific haircuts can take 10 years off your face after 60, and none of them require you to go short if you do not want to. Stay with me, because by the end, you will know exactly which one is yours and exactly what to say out loud in the salon chair. Let's talk about why the granny cut happens in the first place. It is not laziness, it is biology. After menopause, hair density drops. Strands get finer, sometimes by half. The crown thins first, usually, before you even notice it in the mirror. Gravity pulls everything down and flat. Your face shape shifts too, softer along the jaw, less definition than it had at 40. A one-length cut used to work with a fuller face and thicker hair. It sat where it was supposed to sit. Now it just hangs there, doing nothing, following your face down instead of lifting it up. Add in years of the same stylist doing the same cut because it is easy, quick, and safe, and you end up with hair that ages you without you noticing it happening. Nobody sits you down and says, "This cut isn't working anymore." It just quietly stops working. The fix is not more hair, it is smarter hair, and that difference is everything. Think about it this way. A haircut is not just a shape, it is a set of instructions for how light and movement travel across your head. The wrong instructions make thin hair look thinner. The right ones make the same exact hair look full, soft, and deliberate. Nothing about your hair has to grow back thicker for this to work. You just need a smarter set of instructions. First up, the soft layered bob. This sits between chin and shoulder with layers cut at a soft angle around the face. Point cutting at the ends removes the blunt, heavy line that makes fine hair look flat and thin. The layers create movement where you have none right now, and they catch light differently than a solid block of hair ever could. Who is this for? Anyone with fine to medium hair who wants length without the flatness. If your hair is very curly, ask for slightly longer layers so the curl pattern has room to bounce instead of springing up short. This one detail is the difference between a bob that looks intentional and one that looks accidental. Second, the French chin bob. This one sits right at the jaw, clean, a little severe, incredibly chic. It works because it draws a hard line exactly where your jawline is softening, which visually sharpens it again. That is not a coincidence. A crisp horizontal line at the jaw literally redraws the shape your eye reads first. Add face-framing internal layers so it does not look like a helmet. This is a bold cut. It photographs beautifully, especially with natural gray. But be honest with your stylist about your hair texture first, because on very fine hair, it needs weight left in, not stripped out, or it will look thin instead of sleek. Third, the Modern Textured Shag. This is the wash-and-go answer for anyone tired of styling every single day. Heavily layered, texturized ends cut with a razor or point cutting technique so the hair has built-in movement. It fakes density better than almost any other cut on this list, which matters enormously once your natural density starts declining. Here's why it works on aging hair specifically. The layers are cut using graduated layering, shorter on top, gradually longer going down, which lifts the crown exactly where you are losing volume. You are not adding hair, you are redistributing the hair you already have to where it does the most work. Quick question for you. Have you counted how many minutes you spend styling your hair every single morning? Because this next one might change that number completely. Fourth, and this might be the most requested change of the last 2 years, curtain bangs. Not the baby bangs that sit high on your forehead and catch every line there. Soft, parted, swept back curtain bangs that frame your face instead of covering it. Curtain bangs are the single fastest way to create the illusion of thicker hair because they add width right at your temples, exactly where thinning shows first. They also soften a longer face and pull attention toward your eyes instead of your forehead. Fifth, the long wolf cut, for anyone who has been told to cut it all off after 60. That advice is outdated, and honestly, it was never a rule to begin with. Long hair after 60 is being celebrated now, not hidden. The wolf cut keeps length but adds heavy shag-style layering and texture throughout, so long hair never looks heavy or flat. Ask your stylist for disconnected layering at the top, blending into longer pieces below. That disconnect is what keeps long hair from reading as one tired length instead of a styled, intentional cut. Sixth, for anyone ready for a real change, the Bixie. Part bob, part pixie, cut short at the nape with longer textured pieces on top. It is dramatically youthful, but it only works if your stylist customizes it to your face shape, not a photo you brought in from someone with completely different bone structure. A disconnected undercut underneath keeps the silhouette light instead of bulky. This cut needs a good stylist, not a fast one. If your salon is book solid and rushing appointments, this is not the cut to gamble on there. And seventh, the butterfly cut, paired with gray blending or a root shadow if you are working with color. Heavy face-framing layers up top that flip out slightly, longer layers below. It is built for movement on camera and in real life, which is exactly why you keep seeing it everywhere lately. Pause for a second and picture it. You are getting ready for dinner, you run a brush through, and it just falls into place. That is what a well-cut style should feel like, not a project every morning. Quick pause. Let's be honest about something most of these videos skip. Every cut on this list works differently depending on your hair. If your hair is thin and fine, ask for shorter layers concentrated at the crown. If it is thick and curly, ask for longer layers so weight does not spring into a triangle. What looks perfect on one woman's hair type will not automatically look the same on yours, and that is normal, not a failure. Now let's talk color, because a great cut with the wrong color still ages you. This part gets skipped constantly, and it shouldn't. Gray blending is not the same as covering gray. It is weaving lowlights and highlights around your natural gray so the transition looks intentional instead of grown out. French blending does something similar, but with warmer, more dimensional tones threaded through, which tends to flatter warmer skin undertones especially well. If you are not ready to go fully gray, a silver money piece near your face brightens your complexion without a full color commitment. And root shadow, a slightly darker root blending into your natural color, is what keeps regrowth from ever looking like a mistake instead of a countdown to your next appointment. The one thing to avoid at any age, but especially now, flat, solid, one-tone dark color. It sits on aging skin like a mask and does the opposite of what you want. It hardens features that a little dimension would soften. One more honest note before we move on. Color decisions are personal, and there is no single right answer for every skin tone or every gray percentage. What matters is that whatever you choose has some dimension in it, not a flat single tone. Here's a small thing nobody tells you. The blow dryer nozzle pointed straight down is quietly ruining your volume. Most of us learn to dry hair pointing the airflow down the shaft to smooth the cuticle, which is correct for shine. But if that is the only direction you ever use, your crown never gets lifted. Flip your head forward for the first 2 minutes of drying, roots only, then finish smoothing downward. It is such a small habit, and almost nobody mentions it. Let's talk about maintenance for a second, because that is usually the real fear behind sticking with the same old cut. Not vanity, time. The soft layered bob and the French chin bob need a trim roughly every 8 to 10 weeks to keep their shape sharp. The modern shag and the wolf cut are more forgiving, growing out gracefully instead of collapsing into something shapeless. Curtain bangs need the most frequent check-ins, usually every 4 to 6 weeks, because bangs grow fastest and lose their frame quickly. The Bixie needs the tightest schedule of all, closer to every 4 weeks at the nape, though the top can stretch longer between visits. None of that should scare you off. It just means picking a cut that matches your actual life, not just a photo you liked. Let's go back to that mirror moment from the start of this video. You are not stuck with the granny cut because your hair just does that now. You are stuck with it because nobody updated the plan since your hair, your face, and your life all changed. Here is exactly what to say to your stylist. Try this. I want more movement at the crown. Can we build in layers instead of keeping this one length? Or, I'm thinking about curtain bangs, but I don't want anything that sits above my eyebrows. And if you are nervous about a big change, can we do this gradually over 2 appointments instead of all at once? That last one matters more than people admit. You do not have to walk in and walk out a different person in one sitting. Ask for a transition plan if that feels safer. One more thing worth saying out loud in that chair. I don't want to keep the exact shape I've had for years just because it's familiar. Stylists hear that less often than you would think, and it gives them permission to actually suggest something new instead of quietly repeating your last 10 appointments. If you bring a photo, bring 3, not 1, and say which parts of each you actually like. A good stylist would rather build a cut around your hair type and face shape than force yours to match someone else's texture exactly. That conversation, more than any single haircut name, is what actually prevents the granny cut from creeping back in 2 years from now. Pick one cut from this list, just one. Screenshot this video or write down the name and bring it to your next appointment word for word. Do not overthink it into paralysis. You can always adjust at the next appointment. Because the goal was never about looking 20 years younger. It is about walking out of that salon and catching your reflection in a shop window without flinching. That feeling, not the mirror, is the real transformation. It is the moment you stop editing yourself in every photo and just let someone take the picture. If curtain bangs caught your attention, stay close, because the next video breaks down exactly how to grow them out without the awkward in-between stage nobody warned you about either.